In this video, I will show you exactly how you can optimize your ad account on a daily basis. This is already assuming you're running a solid ad account structure and you just want to know when to scale, when to turn off ads, when to launch new ads, and basically how to optimize your ad account to get the best performance. I will show you exactly live in an ad account that we currently manage. And this is all based on over 10 million in ad spend, working for dozens of 7 to 9 figure e-commerce brands. So with that having said, let's get straight into it. So live ad account, here we go. And the questions that we ask ourselves is, first of all, what do we need to turn off? So to determine what you want to turn off, you have to understand what your break-even ROAS is. Whatever is not profitable for the last 7 days, we usually turn off. So you just set it here to the last 7 days, and then you have your different campaigns that are running. And what you do from here is just going into the campaign, looking into it, and looking into the different ad sets that are currently running. Now for this brand, the break-even ROAS is under 2. So you can see that all of these ad sets, we just keep running. Another thing is, of course, that if an ad didn't get any purchases, but it still got spent, it might show as ROAS of 0. And this is why you want to check how much actually the ads spent over the last 7 days. If something spent 2 to 3 times of your desired cost per acquisition or cost per result, but didn't result in any purchases, you want to turn it off. As you can see here, these ads didn't spend at all, and this is why they have not a ROAS, but this is also why it's fine to test them a little bit more. And if they don't start spending, we will just simply turn them off. Now, this is what we do with every single campaign. So we go into every single campaign that you're running and we check what is below break-even ROAS. If anything is below break-even ROAS, we just turn it off for the last 7 days. If nothing is below break-even ROAS, we keep it. And the other thing, we also pay attention to new tests. If they spent already 2 to 3 times of the desired cost per acquisition and are not profitable, then we turn them off. This is, by the way, independent of whether you run a CBO, an ABO, an Advantage Plus campaign, bid caps, or whatever else. If something spent and is not profitable, you turn it off. If something is not at your desired target ROAS but is profitable, no reason to turn it off because it makes you money. Now, this is what we do every single day for the last 7 days. That means, for example, yesterday we just went ahead and checked the last 7 days, so from here to here, and did the same thing with turning off ads. And 1 day ago, we did the same thing for the time frame from here to here, and so on. And tomorrow we will do it again, of course, as well. Now, if you do that, you just make sure that you don't spend on anything that's not unprofitable, and you make sure that all the budget that you currently spend is allocated profitably or towards new tests, which is exactly what you want to do. Some ad accounts overspend on unsuccessful tests just because they think, but this must be performing, this must be a really good ad. Well, if the data says no, then no, it's not the algorithm, it's just a bad ad, and you want to turn it off. Now let's get to the second thing we do in an ad account on a daily basis, and this is the fun part. This is scaling. What you need to be able to scale is not just the desire to scale and increasing budgets based on, well, this looks good. This is also what some brands do, but instead you want to have a specific cost per acquisition target or a specific ROAS target. For example, the ROAS target for this brand is 4. Then what we do every single day, we look at the last 3 days and determine if something is over the target or if something is below the target. For example, this campaign is a CBO running over the target, running better than the target. So what we do here is we just go ahead and scale the budget by 20%. So 85 times 0.2, 102. So we change it to 102 and publish it. Now I won't hit publish because we already optimized the account for today, but this is how we do it. Also, if we look at this campaign, again, it performs over the target. So we go ahead and scale it. Now this campaign is below the target for the last 3 days. So what we do is just downscaling it because we don't want it to keep spending if it's barely profitable. And also, as you decrease budget, ROAS tends to go up. If you increase budget, ROAS tends to go down. So here we just go and decrease the budget by 80%. So from 100 to 80 and hit publish. Again, I won't hit publish because we've optimized this account today already. And this is what you do in terms of scaling and downscaling to optimize it. Now, those are all CBOs. If you run an ABO, you can just go into the given campaign and then check the ad sets. For example, okay, this one is below the target, so we would downscale the ad set budget. This one is above the target clearly, so we would increase the budget. That way more budget goes towards this ad that is performing, and it will pull average performance overall up and less money towards the ads that are not performing. As simple as that. So this is really, really simple, and this is what we do in terms of optimization on a daily basis. If you ask yourself, okay, when do I launch new ads? Usually we launch new ad sets in a split testing format on a weekly basis every single Monday. But if you want to test, let's say, not like 3, 4, 5, 6 batches per week, but even more, you can also launch more frequently. It just completely depends on your budget. Now, this is what we do with already optimized ad accounts, but if you are not sure what exact ad account structure to run for your account, check out this video where I go over the best current practices for Meta. Also, if you just want to outsource it and have it out of your mind and focus on your business instead of working in the business, click the first link in the description. What we do is running ads for 7 to 9 figure e-commerce brands and also making high performing ad creatives. Keep scaling. Cheers.